Henry Allen, welcome to the show.
Dude, hey, what's up,
we
Eddie?
we didn't do the rock paper scissors like you wanted. But
No. For the listener or watcher, Eddie said we just kind of start. That we got a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say we normally don't get a count like that.
We got a nice countdown. Ridge, it was a great countdown. And at 5, 4, 3, 2, he doesn't say 1 because he's a professional. Ridge, the producer, the young Jamie, he doesn't say 1. And Eddie's like, we just kind of start. Right whenever 1 isn't said, Eddie just smiles at me and says, my name. That's the big, I thought there's no welcome to the show.
I did say, didn't I say Henry Allen, welcome to the show?
It was more of a beat.
Oh.
Henry Allen.
Oh. So there wasn't enough gratitude in there.
Dude. It was like
Henry Allen. I'm gonna get on my knees and
no.
Sorry. I apologize.
Absolutely not. But it's just a funny start. Yeah. It just took me by surprise.
Hope I'm high and can't get down. This is the show. Henry Allen.
I'm honored. Hey, what's up, world?
Host of the Henry Allen Show.
Mm-hmm.
The showrunner for the Columbus Funny Bone open mic.
With Kenny Mock.
Yes.
Yep. Shout out Kenny. He's for sure not watching or listening.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. He said he'd come on, though.
I'm sure he would come on.
Yeah, but...
Would he listen to me on?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
He would.
I mean, it depends on what we talk about.
What's
on your mind?
I guess Kenny Mock right now.
Kenny Mock.
You know?
He's a great guy. He's hilarious. For those who don't know, he is a local Columbus comedian who is a killer. Travels around with the likes of Jason Banks.
Yes, he opens for Jason Banks, TikTok celebrity, superstar.
Yes.
Too
many names. Too many.
What?
But Kenny
one?
I was going to say, Kenny is amazing.
Yeah, Kenny, he's
Very
opening
hilarious.
act, feature, the guy that goes on before Jason. That's probably too many, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, really funny.
Yes.
And now he's kind of off my mind. What's on your guys' mind?
I mean, I wanted to talk to you about what comedy's like and how the show's going, and I mean, or not going, you know, it depends on how you want to look at it. Like, how's things been going for you? That's what's on my mind.
Stand-up wise?
Yeah, everything.
Stand-up's great. I have been doing stand-up now, I don't even know, I guess like 12 years.
How old are you?
I turned 30 last week, so
I'm
30 years old.
Wow.
And I started right before my 18th birthday, so like a couple months before, so I was 17. And I have gone through many different kind of voices and stuff like that. You know, when I'm in high school, I'm like, babies are crazy. How do you make them? Science is hard. And then as you get older, you're like, my dad, he's weird, trying to smoke cigarettes on stuff. And they're like, you're 22, dude, chill out, you know? And then now I feel like I'm finally understanding what like my voice is, what to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And stand-up's great. You know, I run the monthly showcase at the Columbus Funny Bone. I get a host at the Funny Bone. I get a feature, which is, you know, like open up for people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good.
Dude, hell yeah. So 12 years, 30 years old, no kids. He's got a dog named Rosie.
Yep.
Fuck Rosa? Rosie.
Rosa, yep. And I love her more than life itself. Imagine, what do you love the most in your life?
Probably my dog.
Well, guess what? I love mine more than that. Isn't that crazy? And I'm not saying you don't love your dog.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying I have the ability to love so fucking intensely that, like, I don't have a kid, and I don't know if I could. Like, I don't know if I would be able to, like, not be able to just fucking bite its arms because it's so cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just love it so much that I would be worried for its well-being.
What if you raised your child to act like a dog?
I think you would lose your kid pretty soon. Like, I think for sure child
like
services.
They would run away?
No.
Okay.
Like, they would come and take your kid away.
Oh, okay.
You would know exactly where they are in the system is where they would be. But, yeah, I love my dog. She's great.
If you could have another dog, what kind of dog would you go for?
I don't even know what dog types are. Like, I know what mine is.
What's yours?
And no one ever, like, I say what it is, and everyone's like, never heard of that.
Yep.
She's a Carolina. You ever heard of that?
No.
Exactly. Nobody ever has. But if you Google a picture of a Carolina dog, like that's what she is. And if I had to get another one, I don't know, maybe clone her. That'd be sick as
Oh.
fuck. Or another Carolina would be sick. They got like short brown hair,
Okay.
pointy brown ears. They kind of look like a deer. She's like 70 pounds.
A
Dude,
deer?
yeah, it's crazy. Real big pointy ears. She's the best.
Dude, my dog, she has like very thin ears. Like I've been like petting a bunch of dogs recently, and I'm like, why are your guys' ears so thick?
Do you ask him?
I do. They
And
don't
they're like,
answer.
"Sir,
It's
those
just
are
like the owners are like, please stop asking my dog weird
Yeah.
questions. But like, I was like, my dog's ears are like very thin. They're very like very thin. I don't know what's up
So
with
do you
that.
think if you had to kill your dog and eat it, you would start with the ears? Because that's like you do like a pig roast or a hog roast. You ever done that? I'm from the country, so you ever
I've never,
never had like a pig ear?
no, or like maybe a pork loin, like
You've
like,
had a pork loin? What was that?
I don't know what it's called. What? Is
What?
it called? I don't
Pork
know.
loin?
The little crunchy thingies.
Pork rinds.
Yeah, that right there, Ryan's. I don't know.
Hey, I've never been to a barbecue, but I've had pork rinds before. Okay, so that's just, are we just saying stuff we can think
Yeah,
of?
I don't know.
I like when it's kind of sunny out.
I'm making up words.
So you've had pork rinds before.
Yes.
You wouldn't have that at like a hog roast.
Yeah, I know.
It would be like, you ever done like a luau or anything where you cook like a
no.
pig? They like dig a hole, put it in the ground?
No.
Wow.
How often are we doing these?
We haven't done it for a while.
Okay.
But it was like something you would do like in our community or whatever.
Okay.
It's like a block party kind of.
All right. Where'd
But
you grow
anyway,
up?
I grew up in Southern Ohio.
Okay.
And people were like, Cincinnati? No, not
No,
Cincinnati.
not
like,
that part.
Even like more south than Cincinnati. People were
So,
like,
like-
how is that even possible? That's Kentucky.
That's like Kentucky.
Yes, kind of. But you know how Ohio comes to a little point at
Yeah.
the bottom? So like basically the very bottom point of that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Near Portsmouth?
Yeah, exactly. It's like 20 minutes away from Portsmouth.
Look at that. See that? Producer.
Yeah,
Right there.
Are you mic'd up back there or no?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
He's actually he's playing Roller Coaster Tycoon back there on his computer.
I know. He's got a Tamagotchi, I think.
What's that? Oh, the little egg that you feed?
Yeah.
Dude, and I thought I was old.
Dude.
Tamagotchi, holy hell. Dude, are you my
Dude, they're-
dad?
Dude, they're coming back though.
Sure they are.
They are.
That's what they said about Beanie Babies too, dude.
They have like a new version
like it's an app.
of. No, like I mean, they might have an app too.
They would
but, like,
have to.
they
it's
have
probably
to.
the first thing they did.
But they have like a new like the whole thing.
Keychain
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah, and it goes online and everything, so you can like trade with you. I think.
Wow, it's like Ready Player One
Dude,
only with a
but Tom-
keychain and a
That
dinosaur.
fucking- yeah, that little fucking egg monster.
That's cool. Do you have one?
I don't.
Is the podcast sponsored by it?
Yes.
Whoa.
Tamagotchi.
Everybody
Right.
look under your seat. There's a new Tamagotchi.
New Tamagotchi. Yours is blue. Dude, she is going nuts right now.
You think the audio is picking up the dog that you're neglecting?
Probably. I'm neglecting.
You called her a thin-eared bitch earlier.
I
heard
did,
that.
I did.
We all heard that.
She's going nuts right now. Rich, can you open the door, please?
No, I don't. Are the mics that good? No offense. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, it's picking it up.
Wow.
We gonna start back over?
No. She's
So we
just
still
being
running?
rude. Yeah, we're still
Let's
going.
put her on the table then. Let's get her in. Hey, princess.
See,
That's the dog's name is Princess.
Yes.
And it's calling a random dog
Yeah.
princess. It's weird.
dude, there's a dog around here whose name is King.
Yeah, because bringing the dog in here was much quieter.
Yeah,
than
I
letting
know,
her
right?
Bark in the other room.
I know, right?
But there's a dog around here named King.
Yes, Pitbull.
Uh-oh. Do you like let him talk or something?
I
or-
try, but like he roams around off leash, so he must be pretty good. So
Wow.
we'll see. Princess like gets kind of like dominating though sometimes. Like when other dogs come around, she gets like jealous because I'm petting them. And so
You're like
she's-
feeling their ears to see how thick they are. You're like, what's your? And she's like, oh,
Dude.
because her thin ears, they don't really do the job for your hands.
Dude.
You know. You need a
No, it's
thicker
just like
ear.
when it's just like it gets cold and like she's just like always whining.
Yeah, you're like, get the fuck out of here.
I
with
mean,
your
yeah, we
thin-ass
get.
ears.
I try to put a hat on, and she's just like shaking it off, and I'm like, "What do you want? Like, do you want warm ears, or do you want what?"
Self-respect, I think, is what she wants. Don't be dressing her up in a little hat. That's fucked up.
Dude, a little like I have this like little hoodie thing for her,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the hood doesn't like go over her head.
Yeah, maybe because she's a dog.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need to have a hoodie on. That's crazy.
It's like a coat.
I know, and the coats are fine, but like they don't want to have their
Yeah, I
neck
know.
restricted.
I mean, but look how thin her
ears
fur-
are.
her-
I know, right? Jeez, I'm glad you said something about it, because those ears, I mean, they're a little
Her
disgusting.
fur is so short, and
Yeah.
so she's just. You said your dog's hair short?
Let's bring my dog back up. Yeah,
Yeah,
she she has short hair,
Yeah.
but she will like kind of shed, because I'll get home or just be around, and I'll just scratch the shit out of her, right? Like I'll like, be on her back and just be scratching the shit, and she's like, "Roar, roar, 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 roar," and her ears are kind of down, and she's just fucking loving it, and I'm just scratching the fucking.
You couldn't do
shit.
that to a baby.
No, the baby would be bleeding for sure. The baby would be scratched to shit. They'd be like, "Who let a raccoon around that baby?"
I know, dude.
'Cause
They'd
it
be
is
like,
scratched
"Whoa."
up.
Henry, what's wrong with your baby, dude?
So I'll scratch her up, and then a bunch of hair will like come off from that. Dude, I'm so hairy. Like I have 3 cats, the dog, my just body.
have 3
is,
cats,
Yeah,
too?
me and my girlfriend have 3 cats.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I have a girlfriend. She's hairy as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like driving, and I'll get something in my eye and just pull out a long ass fucking hair. I'm like, well, who's that from? Hope it's her.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, I hope it's her.
I hope this is her hair color.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but no, we
That's a hectic life. A lot of animals.
a lot of hair, a lot of animals, but they're great. They're all pretty chill.
Hell yeah. So when you
Hey, princess.
when you said you started at 18,
17, but yeah.
17, okay, right before 18.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Where did you start? Here or there?
I went to Wiley's. You ever been to Wiley's Comedy Club? It's in Dayton.
I've been, but I've never been on the stage.
Yeah, it's fun. They had like this Sunday kind of comics show where you just like sign up. It was a bringer show, which is exactly what the Kenny and I do for the
Yep.
Funny Bone, with the Funny Bone rather. So I tried to do a show in Columbus. There was this guy that had it was at Wild Goose Creative. I don't even know if that's
Okay.
still a building or not.
I've heard of it.
And they were doing like an improv show, and I reached out to this dude, was like, "Hey man, can I do like stand up? I'm 17 and never done it, but I bet I'm funny." And I didn't say that, but just like I feel like
Yeah,
I was
that's
probably
how you
annoying
said
and
it,
fucking
yeah.
like 17. And the
Do
guy
you
was
still
like,
have it in your scent?
"No, dude, I'm logged out of like everything." I'm so bad with passwords and like things. Like I don't even know what email that would have been on, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely not on there anymore. But anyway, so yeah, I just like drove up with my mom because, well, this guy, sorry, I jumped ahead. The guy was like, "No, you can't do it on my show." I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I reached out to Wiley's, and they were like, "Yeah, just make sure you bring a guardian." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we like drove up one Sunday and did stand up.
What'd your mom think?
She thought it was great. She always thinks it's great. Sometimes to a point where I'm like, "You need to chill out." You know?
It's like, Mom, have you seen my stuff? Like,
Yeah, well, no.
Just-
But just to where like it'll
she
be,
only sees the good stuff, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It is weird when your family does come to see you do stand up, or really anyone you know.
Yeah.
For the most part, like friends and stuff are, I guess, maybe fine, but for me,
Yeah.
I like it better if nobody there like knows who you are.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, like my mom, she's too into it. Like you'll do a show, and then it'll be like after the show, and I don't want to be like in people's faces because I just feel weird. Like people are like, "Oh, that was good," but if someone didn't think you were funny, then you got to see them like avoid eye contact with you, and you're like, "I get it,
Dude.
Or like, you know, if you don't do good and someone was like, "That was great," you're like,
Oh.
you're gonna lie to my face now."
Dude, that is the
You
worst.
Spit on them. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
But my mom, she'll be like out in the bar being like, "My son was great, wasn't he? He was so funny. This is him. Isn't he the best?" And I'm like, "All right, chill out." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would agree. I would say that, like,
but I am the best. Thank you very much.
not having people that you know at the comedy show is like nicer, because then it's like if you do fail, then it's like
Yeah, that's what I
Did-
used to kind of like about it, was because like you could bomb and no one really, like, you're like, "Oh, that never happened."
Yeah,
You
it's just-
through. But I kind of like it more for the fact that it's like you can do, like, the only thing these people know about you is what they're seeing in that stand up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's
okay.
no, I think the word is like preconceived notions or something like that.
Gotcha.
Where like, I heard once, like, if you're going to be doing stand-up at a show, you never really want to be, like, in the bar before the show. You don't want the people that are going to be at the show to see you until you're, like, going up on the stage. Because if you're, like, at the bar and you're, like, doing whatever, then when you go up, people are going to be like, oh, I saw that guy. He was doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've had a lot of that recently.
Had a lot of what?
Like, where people are like, oh, I saw you on the Funny Bone stage. And I'm
That's
like,
cool. That's fine. Like, if they see you on the stage, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even after the show, like, to be hanging out, that's cool
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But just, like, before, it seems to be a little better to not be seen. But sorry, go on.
No. But that's, yeah, I agree.
How do you feel when someone's like, I recognize you?
It's a little weird, especially like when it's like, because like I had one recently from a show in June, and I was like, I totally fucking forgot about that show, and they were like, dude, like you're that guy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy, and then I was like, oh, that show with the pregnant couple, and they were like, yeah, we were the pregnant couple, and I was like, oh shit,
Where's the baby?
dude, it's not there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's there, but not there.
With you, yeah.
Yeah.
And them in the
Not
situation.
inside anymore.
So that's cool. You know,
Yeah.
people were like, hey, I saw you at a show.
Yeah.
It was great.
And
we
the
remember
baby's
you.
now born, which is
Don't you think
crazy.
that's kind of weird too? That it's like you think of stuff, you say it to a black abyss of nothingness into a microphone that people are there, but
Yeah.
are
like,
they?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like I never think of like, oh, people are gonna remember this. And then when someone says they remember something, you're like, oh shit, I did say that, and that's really cool.
How long was it before you started like inviting your friends out? Because were you
No,
always
I was
like
never
no
scared
friends?
of it. No.
Okay, you were always
No
like,
friends came, and it's not no friends still, but like it is probably no family. No, it's fine.
No.
Even that too, I'm like whatever, like it's fine. Just no family and friends isn't the rule. Just like me preferring to have nobody there that I know.
Okay.
Came, I don't know, it's probably like 24 or something like that. So whatever, 7 years into stand up. And I think I just liked it more because you could be anything you wanted, right? Like in that 20 minutes you could say or like do whatever, and that's all those people know, you know,
Yeah.
for like the act.
So you also have a podcast as well, the Henry Allen Show.
There is a few episodes.
There's a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with that? Tell us about it. Like,
So that was an idea. I love to freestyle.
okay.
It's like one of my favorite things to do. And one of my friends, and I love like music too. I'm not very good. I can't sing. Can't even really stay on rhythm.
I was gonna say because I think I remember you guys did like a song, right? On like
Yeah,
Donald Trump or something like that.
We do. Yeah, we have several songs actually. So I have a childhood best friend. His name's Austin,
Okay.
and he's an incredible musician.
Okay.
Like he can play the drums, guitar, sing, whatever. And our whole life, we would like. He would like play on the drums, and I would like do Bo Burnham songs or whatever,
Okay,
you
hell
know,
yeah.
and sing stuff and be like whatever silly. So then, whenever I started, excuse me, I was like allowed to do more time, you know, instead of doing like 5 minutes or 7 minutes, you know, I could get to like 45 minutes or something like that. I was like, let's write songs together, him and we'll like perform them on stage just like
Okay.
him. So the first time we ever did it was actually at this bar in Chillicothe, Ohio.
All right.
And the stage, what?
No, continue.
The stage was just a wooden box in the bar. But it was like a comedy show. Like a lady, Lori Graves, she hosted it. She went first, but like she's standing on the box. A couple comedians went, they're standing on the box. And the thing would be like I would do some stand-up a little bit, and then I would like bring him into it. He would have like a guitar. We would like do some one-liners and stuff. But I like stood on this wooden box in this bar in Chillicothe / restaurant, and Austin like walked through the bar and the restaurant and was like strumming the guitar, and we're like singing songs about people and songs that we had written and stuff. And then we did all of that for we opened up for this guy named Justin Willman, which is a magician comedian. He's got this show called Magic for Humans on Netflix. And I had this deal that I was working for Woodlands Tavern in Columbus. And they would have like comedians come, you know, I opened for like Donnell Rollins there, Nate Bargatze, Dan Soder. And this is all when I'm like 19 and 20. And they're going to have Justin Willman. And they were like, you want to open up for me, do like 25 minutes? And Austin and I was like, yep, we wrote like a 10-minute thing. And then of stand-up, 10 minutes of just me doing stand-up. And then had like 15 minutes of like a little act that we have written. So to get all the way back to your question about the Henry Allen show, I wanted to do that with Austin, like make up stuff. So it's me and a few other guys, friends of mine, and Austin. And we basically just like improvise songs. We do games. We'll be like, oh, we're going to sing a song, but it's about this, random stuff.
Do you prefer the improvised stuff over like like fully like written comedy songs, or what would you say?
I like both of them. I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other. I like to do the improvised stuff more, I would say. So okay. I guess I would probably maybe choose that more. But something about something that's written and like put together and produced and whatever, I think can be really funny too.
Yeah. I was gonna say my biggest inspiration, I always tell people, is like Tenacious D.
Yeah, they're great.
And Weird Al. So
Weird Al. Did you watch the Harry Potter? Sorry, that's fucking fucked up. Did you watch
the Harry Potter Al?
Yeah, did you watch it?
The Harry Al?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Okay.
Was it good? Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it, no, but I heard it's great.
Okay.
Daniel Radcliffe, superstar.
Dude, it was surprising like how well they did to make him look like a
Swiss Army knife, or yeah, Weird Al, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but is that surprising how well they made him look like another white guy? Like, they're making Avatar. Like, that's fucking crazy. You just took a guy that had brown hair and made him look like another dude that had brown hair.
Brown hair, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess, yeah.
And you're like, how do they do that? Hollywood's smoke and mirrors, bro. Dude. I can't even.
And he's like, bro, they're making blue people over here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I have not seen it.
Hey, don't mind.
I think they're making did they already make it a new Avatar?
Well, let's talk about James Cameron, bro. They've not only made one. They made the second Avatar, Way of the Water, or The Way of Water, or some shit.
Okay.
They filmed this Avatar and the next Avatar. And this one's releasing now in December. The next one's going to be out like next year in 2023 or something like that. But they made both of them. And they actually signed off on like a 5 Avatar deal over the next like 5 years or
How do you,
shit.
What
so
more
I
can you
listened
do?
to this other what's up?
Is there like a lore?
What do you mean?
Is there like a lore to follow?
What's lore mean?
Like background? Like, is there like a story?
Yeah. I mean,
behind
James
the universe,
Cameron's like writing this whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like a book?
No, he's just thinking it up.
Okay.
And dude, I actually listened to him today on Smartless talk about it. You ever heard of Smartless? It's a podcast.
Maybe.
With Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. Do you know who any of those people are?
Oh shit, yeah, Jason Bateman, yeah.
Jason Bateman, yeah. Actor, director, writer, superstar.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm too many.
Well, if you want to be in show business, we're here to talk about comedy and fucking show business.
We gotta know titles.
Hell yeah, you do. You gotta know who's making this shit and what kind of styles there are and stuff.
Yeah.
But they have a podcast, those three, and James Cameron was just on that.
Oh shit! And so he just talked about all this.
Yeah, and like his life and.
I was gonna say, because you were really hyped about Avatar for a second. Yeah. I was like, wow, he must be really into Avatar.
No, I mean the first one was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
But I mean, it was a little.
You said there's another one out already.
So yeah, the second one is out in theaters now. I believe it's coming out in December. I'm pretty sure it's out already.
Oh, okay.
But they already shot the third one as well.
Oh.
Because like characters, they have like one young kid in it, I guess, and they had to shoot it, and like the way they're coming out, that he would be aged out of a character. So they were like, let's just shoot this now. They're like signed on for these deals for 5 of them, and they're like, all right, we're gonna do the first 2, excluding the one they've already made, right? So we're gonna do 2 and 3, see what's up with that, and then we'll do 4 and 5 after that. But it's gonna be like Avatar is set
savage.
For a while. Dude, James Cameron's a savage, dude. He made Titanic, right, and Terminator or whatever. But he has been as low as any other person on this earth, like underwater.
Yeah.
Like nobody has been lower than him. And the other
Did he
people
find anything?
What's up?
Did he find anything?
He's like discovered like a couple hundred species of fish. Species of fish, dude. I swear it. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
He went in the Mariana Trench, right?
Dude. I hope
he's like, I just
He
don't
didn't
want
talk about
underwater.
that today. But he built a submarine. James Cameron's a G.
Yeah. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's under all that water? Do you think that there's like hidden cities, monsters?
Dude, not monsters. I mean, I guess stuff that lives in the ocean. Yeah, I mean, I would call a shark a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, sure, monsters. And I absolutely believe in like the civilizations that have been washed away by like rising sea levels and stuff.
Mhm.
There's actually a thing on Netflix called Ancient Apocalypse. You know, what
Dude,
that is?
fucking Graham Hancock.
Yeah.
And, dude. Yeah, dude.
So yeah, I'm all about that. Dude, I was like, Atlantis was in Miami. That's fucking crazy, dude. For real, Atlantis is like where Cuba is.
Dude, the
for
thing
real.
that I hate about these documentaries is that they always go to these places and like, there could be something hidden under all this thing. And like, yeah, but we can't dig. And it's like, bah, bah. And it's like the next thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, this would be a lot cooler if like,
You could dig.
yeah, I guess, you know what I mean?
Which they do dig in that one spot. Did you watch the show?
I think I'm only like 2 or 3 episodes deep.
Okay, so I think
Maybe
the second one, they go to that one place in South America and they are like, oh, this was a natural thing made by land and just the earth over time. And then he like looks at it and they're like, oh, wait, this is man-made. And they actually do dig and find like these 3 pyramids stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay, I didn't
You know what I'm
remember.
talking about?
So
So some places are like, yes.
Okay.
But other places are like, this is a Native American burial ground. You can't fucking dig here, you
Yeah.
dumb British journalist. You know what I'm saying? Like, haven't you guys done enough already
So do
digging
you?
up
So
shit?
if you believe in the whole like 12,500 years ago like asteroid thing, you believe in his whole like theory and stuff like that, or do you just like
Do I believe that an asteroid, like, hit the Earth?
and like decimated like humankind before?
I could definitely see that, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, he talks about these things, I think they're called, like, cataclysms or something,
Yeah.
where it's, like, moments that the Earth have been pushed to. I mean, there's ice ages that probably would have been able to take out a civilization.
Do you think
or
we were around for the dinosaurs?
do I think people were?
Yeah.
Or, like, some kind of version of Homo sapiens? Man, I'm so stupid. But, I mean, I don't know.
I guess they technically still would be us, right? If they're our ancestors.
Dinosaurs?
Yes.
Or the people?
The people who were roaming with
I
the
mean,
dinosaurs.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't be like.
That's crazy. I didn't know
super
you were into
against-
that.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's like,
I like it. I mean, I'm not like a weird.
do you
level
have like
into
a poster board in your room that's just like post-it notes? and stuff
yeah,
like
a
that?
bunch
It's
of
like,
pieces of yarn,
Yarn
all
everywhere.
around. I'm like, I swear, Bill Gates is behind it, behind it all. No, not like that. I do love conspiracies though. Big conspiracy guy, but I don't believe in really any conspiracy.
You just love
but I
them.
do like to hear them.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm also an
like
auctioneer.
giants. Oh, you're an
gi-
auctioneer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What were we about to say about giants?
Like,
There used to be giants and
Yeah.
stuff, and like there
Yeah.
were some Native Americans that were giants and things like that.
how big were the giants?
This
Because I feel like if they were like 9 feet tall, if I saw a 9 foot tall human, to me that would be giant.
uh-huh.
So that to me would be like, all right, giants.
Yeah, and 9 feet would be massive, right?
Dude, it would
But
be-
do you think? So before we get into that, there's this guy, there's this dude that comes to auctions,
Yep.
right? And I won't say his name, but it's Dave, and he loves to tell me conspiracy stuff. And like every time I get there, I'm like, dude, what you got? Like let me hear some stuff. And he talks about watermarks and cities underground and all this crazy stuff. And he's
How
like
old is this guy?
67.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
He's got his own radio station on the AM.
Dude, I wish he had his own radio station. He does have some.
Is he one of the auctioneers?
No.
Oh,
He
dude,
didn't
that'd
work
be-
for the company though. He would like hold stuff up. If we would like sell something that had a big engine on it, like I was gonna sell a tractor or something, he would get on and like turn it on. He was very knowledgeable about like that stuff. But he also didn't really do great in school. Where I'm from, very small country town. Like school wasn't important. It was like gotta help your dad on the farm. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I'm like, no, we should learn geometry. You know what I'm saying? But some people are like, no, like, fuck that. So not saying this guy doesn't know math, but I'm just saying
But he
that,
knows a lot about fucking underground cities.
yes, and motors and things like that. But he told me a long time ago about giants that like lived with tribes and stuff in like North America. And I was like, how tall? Like, okay, sure. How tall are these giants? And he said as tall as a telephone pole.
So it's like what, like
fucking
15, 20 feet?
Taller than that.
What is that?
What's a telephone pole?
Ridge.
Ridge, you got Google on those fucking two computers?
Yeah, dude. I think
I'm going to say like at least 30 feet.
you might be right. 30 feet sounds probably
Because
right.
if a basketball rim's 10,
Take your guesses.
I'm saying 30.
30.
20. I'm still sticking with 20.
I think we're both low.
Average telephone poles are 35 feet.
35 feet.
Some can range to above 80 feet.
That's in Texas, though.
Dude, wow. 25 feet?
35.
35 feet. Fuck. Why? I keep bringing it down.
17 feet.
5 feet tall, dude. Wow, these humans were fucking tall.
These people were in
Go
Greece? What? No, I was playing.
Dude,
What?
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Do you believe that?
No.
No.
Of course not. 35 foot
Who
tall
built the pyramids?
people. I mean, but like the pyramid thing, there's a bunch of... Dude, if you don't think that
We could figure that
those
out.
people,
Could figure it
meaning ancestors or whatever the word is of people that lived before us, I think if we look up the definition, we'll get to it later.
The giants that were depicted in the Bible almost range to 450 feet tall.
Wow, so
But
he's talking about the
that's-
Bible, but I'm looking for nonfiction.
I
Oh.
just looked up how tall were ancient giants.
Okay. It says here that Zeus could grow up to 7,000 feet.
What definition do you guys want to look up?
I think we're going to look up the definition of what came before, like ancestors, maybe. But we don't have to.
Yeah.
But I would also love to hear it. But okay, back to how they did the pyramids or whatever. People that lived and had these civilizations, they obviously knew how to build it.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Architecture and architecture.
You ever
like
heard
that.
about that guy in Florida? His name is Ed something. He built this thing called Coral Castle.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some crazy ass heavy stone structure that he built all by himself because he supposedly figured out the ancient Egyptian technology.
Yeah.
And so he moved all these stones, he cut them himself, and there's this, I think if I remember correctly, there's this stone door that you can push open just with your hand that's super heavy. It's I don't know, a ton or something, like half a ton or something.
Dude in
like that.
Florida did this.
Yeah, all by himself.
Is he telling how he did it? Or
He's dead now. And no, he didn't.
who killed him?
I have no clue.
Shut up. Hillary
Dude,
Clinton, you think?
Dude, probably. Or Bill Gates.
So are you saying to me that a guy figured out how to build a pyramid and then somebody came and killed him?
Yeah.
That's-
What are you looking up now?
You-
The people that came before ancestors,
Which were...
it's a fucking crazy word, Ardipithecus.
Okay.
The
Ardipithecus.
earliest known genus of human lineage.
Genus.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Or, as we're known, Australopithecus.
I've heard of that one.
Well, that's what we are.
Oh.
As a lot of people think we're Homo sapien or Homo habilis, we're Australopithecus.
Huh.
Well,
Wish
I
I
don't
would
know.
have cared in school.
There's tiny people. So why wouldn't there be giant people? And I'm not talking about I'm talking about
Sightings on
pygmies.
Hawaii,
There's pygmies. What?
the sightings of the small people in Hawaii.
What island?
I can't remember one of the
Look it
small
up.
ones.
You're right there. That's crazy. Tiny
That is
people.
crazy. Sorry, go on.
Do you think that there's still uncontacted tribes out there?
100%. I know
100%?
that, yeah. You haven't seen that picture of that helicopter that's flying over that tribe? They're throwing stuff at it and stuff. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there are. And that's why...
What about tribes that we don't even know exist yet that
Ooh.
are still hiding? That's what I'm talking about. Like that.
See, I don't think the tribe that... I don't think they're necessarily hiding.
Or they just haven't
do
been
they know
found.
we exist?
Yeah.
But they're in the shadows? I think that's called aliens. And I don't think...
They're
I
here.
don't think aliens are here,
Yeah.
among us or whatever.
According to Dave, They could be underground.
No,
Are
Dave,
lizard people aliens?
I would say those are lizard people.
Are they all the same? I'm confused.
At what?
There's just so much stuff going on. That's like the problem with conspiracy theories, is that there's so much potentially going on. Aliens, lizard people, fucking baby eaters. It's like,
See, I think you need to be able to read through the lines, though. Lizard people, no.
aliens.
I mean, probably. Here, I would say no. But
Do you
like
think aliens are just us?
I mean, it's definitely going to just be a version of something living somewhere else.
So, no, but I'm saying, do you think that they were us? Like, if we were so technologically advanced in the
We hopped on
past.
some ships and bounced.
Yeah. And then, like, we come back.
See, I think it's vice versa. That Earth was, like, going to work for, like, to live and stuff. And then people potentially came here throughout, like, the history of...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Earth's been here a long time. I know Ridge is into the Bible and stuff like that. But I think it goes on.
I mean, the
before
Bible says
that.
like 6,000 years. Right?
Yeah, I think it says 2022 years ago. I guess there is BC.
Yeah, there's some time before Jesus.
It's a very short window, though.
Yeah.
Well, Graham Hancock, from the journalist that's on Apocalypse Now, or Ancient Apocalypse,
Yep.
sorry, he's saying that it's a lot older than we're kind of taught in school, which they never lied to us in school, right? Everything they taught us was completely true. They didn't leave anything out.
Yo, I had a bomb at, like, I didn't do a lot of American history. I did a lot of world history. But dude, my fucking history teacher was fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
he was like I feel like everyone always says that their history teacher is like the best.
Yeah, mine was
because-
great. It's the first thing I thought of.
He coached football and everything.
So did mine.
Yes.
Was his
maybe,
name Mr. Ruby?
Dude, maybe. I don't know. No,
You don't know what your
no,
history
what was
teacher's
his,
name was?
it's been a long ass time. I don't remember what his fucking last name was.
You don't remember your teacher's name that like changed your life? You're about to say how great he was. You didn't know his name.
I don't remember.
I remember this
Help, I'm high and can't get
my
down.
life, motherfucker.
What are their names?
Muck.
Muck.
Yeah.
He changed his
Muck, Mr.
he
Daniels.
Mr. Daniels is great for us.
They changed his life in a different way though.
Well, Mr. Muck fucking was an asshole. He scared the shit out of me in 5th grade because I went to detention.
5th grade.
I went to detention a lot and he scared the shit out of me like multiple
Bill?
times 'cause I was there too much.
I know his first name was Bill. That's all I remember.
You only know your teacher's first name?
Yeah.
You sound like a trash student,
Yeah.
dude.
Yo, look up Patrick Henry, head coach. I don't remember what his fucking dude. Shout out to this guy because he deserves. I feel like history teachers, they are the coolest teachers
Stay down.
because it's like, I don't know why. It's like
What shop in home ec?
Yeah, home ec. Well, dude, my home ec
Dude,
teacher, her name was
we
Mrs.
didn't have
Hayward.
home ec.
Really?
Yeah, they got rid of that
Bummer.
shit.
They actually stopped. We had a yearbook class, and after my senior year, they didn't allow the yearbook class anymore because we were just like reckless and rowdy, and they were like, "This isn't a thing anymore."
Fucking, it doesn't matter what his name is. I forgot, but yeah, I didn't have home ec. We didn't have home ec is the building stuff, right?
No, that's
Cooking.
workshop.
Okay, yeah, we didn't have either.
Home ec is FFA.
FFA. What's that?
FFA, yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I talking about?
See, we're just saying words.
Home ec is the cooking.
Yeah, home ec's cooking. We had a home ec. We had a parenting, and then like we had a like life
You guys had a
planning or something like that.
Really? You guys had
Yeah.
all that?
Uh huh.
Did you guys learn how to do taxes and shit too?
I mean, they had taught that. That wasn't a math thing, I think, though. No, I don't think they actually taught us taxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I loved our home ec class. Like, what was it? The teacher? Her name was Miss Hayward,
Okay.
and she would like every year, like you could only you had to be like a senior or whatever to take like parenting, and then like a junior to take like home ec. But each year there was like a different version. Like the freshman, it was like life skills, and then like sophomore year it was something else. But it was always taught by Miss Hayward. And her class had like stoves in it, like little mini kitchens and stuff. And like we would go in there and we'd like make pajama pants and stuff. But we like kind of pushed the limits like too much. And like she always let us get away with it, but one time we stole her car. Yeah, during school.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we like got her keys from her like.
Why did you do this?
Because we were like, oh, let's play a prank on her. Because we would always do like fun stuff. We'd like turn the lights off and hide under her desk, and then she'd come in and we'd be like, "Brr," or whatever. She loved it. All right. So we took her keys during school. Like it was like between classes. Like we came in and her like little van was outside of the window. Like you could see it. And then so like a couple of my friends got the keys, went outside, got in the car, but like put the seats back and stuff so you couldn't see him. And then like class is about to start. And we're like, man, we haven't seen Ethan or Craig anywhere. You know, like where are they? And she's like, are they going to be late? We're like, I don't know, maybe you should like look outside or something. And she looked outside and they popped up like in her seat and like backed out, like pulled away. And she freaked out. The only time she's ever cussed at us. And she was like, I've had enough of this shit.
Dude, that's so nuts.
And she was like little lady, you know, like definitely at church, like making prom dresses, like really nice farmer girl or whatever. It's an awful way to describe her. But she was just like a little old lady.
Stole her car.
It was just like a very fun little drive around the parking lot. Like it wasn't anything crazy. We didn't like take it to South Carolina or anything.
That's hilarious.
But man, Miss Hare was great.
Dude.
How many people graduated from your high school? Like in your class?
I think like 180.
Okay, so we're like half the size of that.
Yeah.
We had like 96, I think. Or no, I think we had like 102, and then like 8 of them didn't graduate.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Shout out to my cousin Gary. No, that's
he's like, I didn't graduate.
No, I graduated, yeah.
I graduated.
But I didn't have very good grades. I mean, I had okay grades. I wanted to play sports. And, like, you had to have...
Like a certain GPA.
Yeah, you had to have a certain GPA, and then you had to have an 18 on the ACT, which is ridiculous to be like, I'm trying to get an 18. Like, people are like, I got a 25, I got a whatever. And I was like, I hope I can get an 18. And they're like, I'm pretty sure if you sign your name, you get a 16. So, like, good luck. And I actually cheated on my ACT.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that?
Yeah. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
And
it's like, what are you yeah, he's good.
Revoke his score.
Yeah.
Like
it wasn't good.
IRS.
My friend Levi was like the smartest dude I knew. And he sat in front of me. And like I was real nervous because, and I'm smarter now for sure. But like looking back, I mean, like maybe I was like dyslexic or something, but like I just didn't understand. Like I couldn't comprehend a lot of stuff. I was all like show business. I'm gonna be a comedian. It was like very fun. But then when it was like, hey, read this book and like tell me about it, I'm like, can I just tell you a story? Like, do I have to read the book first and then do it? So I was like not really good at like taking tests or whatever. I was like fine, middle of the road. But sit down, my friend Levi's in front of me, and I notice my answer is like the same as his answer. Like I put A, he also put A. I was like, oh shit. So then did a couple more, and I like look up, and I can like see that his like question is like the same question as mine is too, because they're in like these pamphlets.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit, we got the same one.
I was gonna ask because aren't like most of them like passed out differently.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm like, it must have messed up because we're right next to each other.
Wow.
So I was looking, and I just did every single one. He gets his back. It was like a 31. I'm like, I'm going to Yale. I get mine back. It was a 17. I was like, we had different tests.
I was going to say, I was like, fuck.
I thought we had the same test.
Damn.
Yeah, so whatever. I took it again later, got a 19 because I'm a brainiac. What's up? Didn't cheat that time.
He wanted to play sports.
And I was going to play baseball, but then my senior year, I had this double header, which is where you play 2 games in one day against a team that wasn't even in my conference or my high school's conference. It was just basically like a scrimmage, essentially. Still a game in the season, but it wasn't, like, didn't count for our conference
record
stuff.
or anything.
Still counted for the record, but it wasn't like the conference stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was like a bigger school, whatever. And it was on a Saturday, and I had a stand-up show that I was going to do for the Red Cross. And it was like months away. And I told my coach, I was like, hey, this Saturday we have this doubleheader. I'm not going to be able to play because I'm going to do the stand-up. And he was like, no, you have to pick between the baseball team or the show. And I was like, I'm going to do stand-up then. So I'm going to do stand-up. I'm not going to play baseball. I mean, I had places to play, you know, like offers to play for schools. But I was like, I'm going to do stand-up. Like, I'm not going to be a professional baseball player. I want to be a professional comedian. And he was like, I'll let you make the decision. I was like, I just fucking made the decision. I just said I'm going to do the show.
It's like a girl who doesn't want you to break up. She's like,
well, I'll let you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about it, and your sister's hotter, so peace. So it's like the next day at school, and he comes to the school and calls me out of this technology class we're in, and which was like typing, basically. That's how old I am. That the technology class was like typing.
Yeah.
I'm 30. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I had
I'm a fucking,
that in 8th grade.
we had one in 8th grade too.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, he calls me down to the office, and he's like, did you think about it? And I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, do you want to be on this team? I'm like, yep, but I'm doing the show. Like, I'll be on the team, but I'm going to miss those games for the show. And he's like, nope, you got to pick one of the team, like the team in the show. I'm like, the show then? Dude, he told my dad. Like, I got home from school, and my dad's like, Coach Martin said you're trying to quit. I'm like, I've quit twice now. Like, I don't want to be on the team. I'm doing the show, and if I can, I'll be on the team. And, yeah.
Did he end up letting you on the team?
No, I didn't play my senior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a douche.
Me or him?
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a douche for doing the thing that I also want to do. Yeah.
You fuck giving up your dreams? What the hell?
Yeah,
I
dude.
know, right?
That's crazy.
Mhm.
See, I always thought that those stories were like fake. You know what I mean? Like those were like TV stories. Like you're either gonna play football, or you're gonna dance. What is it gonna be? You're just like, I'm gonna dance.
Were we watching Footloose? Or
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
sure what movie that'd be. Well, I haven't seen that one. You're gonna play football, son,
Yeah.
or you're gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. Papa, I'll make you proud. And then you skip off. Yeah, no, that's really was like an ultimatum, I guess you could call
Wow.
that. But then my senior year, did that show, which was great. They paid me $150.
You're like, fuck baseball.
I said, baseball's
Yeah.
fucking stupid. I was at practice the next day smoking cigarettes out in the field. Like, fuck you. No, I wasn't. But I did take that $150 and instantly go buy Beats headphones. Like, right out of the gate. Was like, yeah. And my dad was like, save it. I was like, I already spent it. It's too late. It's already gone.
And you were how old? You were 17?
Yeah. I would have been 17 at this point.
Damn.
No, I might have been 18. I might have turned because this would have been like springtime. So yeah, my birthday's in December, so it would have been right when I turned 18, like a
Okay.
few months in.
Hell yeah.
Still in high school though.
Damn.
Dude, the first time I ever like had something like written about me in the paper was I was like 18, and I was gonna open up for this guy that like opened up for the Blue Collar Comedy Tour or something like that. Like I'm opening up for the guy that opened up for the guy that opened up
Dude.
for Ron White. I'm like, whatever. So
Down the chain.
yeah, I'm pretty low on this totem pole,
That's
even if it
hilarious.
is a Native American giant, you know.
But I mean, when you're from a small town, though, that's like important.
yeah, they
They're
like called me to like do a thing in like the local paper, and the guy's asking me questions. I'm like on the phone and telling him stuff, and when it comes out, I like read about it. But they like, since the local paper, they're not like journalists. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some guy that like likes to write sometimes, you know? So like it was just like real weird, and they had this quote from me that was really long, and I'm like, why would they quote that? You know, it just like made me sound like I'm like, maybe this thing and then this thing too, and then like didn't make me sound cool. I remember that.
Dude, fucking local newspapers, man. The
Dude, classic. That's what I've been saying.
classic,
you know?
dude. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Local newspapers.
Yeah, I
Speaking of dying breeds, your dog's ears are thin.
thin as
No.
fuck, dude. She's dying.
Sorry
from-
for the pun. I've been watching Ted Lasso.
So what else you got going on? You have anything else cool going on? So you have the Columbus Funny
Mhm.
Bone open mic.
Yep.
You have potentially, maybe, who knows, more Henry Allen show. Maybe.
So
Is that Holt? Is that done? What are we doing?
I wouldn't say it's done. So my friend Austin and I, we do like stuff live. Like we did a show a few months ago where we like wrote a whole new thing, and we've done several 20-minute acts,
Okay.
15-minute stuff, whatever. We have like the Trump song. We have just other stuff about like our friendship and stories from our past.
Is that what you're like torn with right now?
No, not really. Like if I do a show that's going to be like longer, right? Like if someone's like, hey, I need you to do like 15 minutes, I'm just going to do 15 minutes by myself. But if someone's like, hey, this is like a different environment.
Like an hour and a half?
If someone's like, do an hour and a half, I would be like, can I bring 5 other comedians? Hour and a half is long to fill it all. But just like, if it's like at a club, I'm not going to really bring Austin to a club because there's a lot of like preparation of plugging in the guitar and the microphones. We have to have a kind of a specific setup.
Okay.
But if we have like more freedom in that, like if someone's like, hey, just come to a show. I don't care what you do. You can bring as many people as you want. You can do it all by yourself. Whatever you want to do, just come and do stand up for us. Then I'm like, okay. And I would bring him to something like that.
Okay.
Like we were supposed to do this holiday party, and they were like, you know, what can you do as far as like, you want to do 30 minutes, you want to do 20 minutes? And I was going to do like stand up and then just have do one song with Austin at the end, just because he's my friend and I like doing it, you know?
Okay.
And it's fun as fuck.
So how much time would that be if it added to your act?
We can do as much time, I mean, like, as we would need. And even we did a show, like I said, a couple months ago, and we had like these little pieces of paper on the tables of everybody, and we let them make suggestions. And then we took those suggestions, and at the very end, we would like be doing stuff, and we just reach in and be like, oh, do a song about zits and as a jazz, whatever. And then like just do that.
And just do that until you're out of time?
Or do it until I'm like, this isn't funny, or I'm tired of doing this. Let's do another one. And we do another one and do another one. Then
That's
we're like,
the
all right,
problem
cool.
with improv is that sometimes it's not always funny.
I don't think of it as funny or not.
Yeah.
I don't think of it as like, this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I hope they like watching it.
I guess that's, yeah.
Because
improv
I feel like when you start to think about if the audience is going to laugh or not, then it's like it's not in a good place. You don't need to be like, I think they'll think this is funny. You just got to be like, this is what I'm doing. And if you think it's funny, that's great. And if you don't, I'm going to do it again tomorrow. And hopefully they like it. And if they don't like it, you're like, I got another show.
I got to write some.
And then if that doesn't work a third time, you're like, fuck, I
got to write new material.
I should write stuff that they think is funny.
Yeah.
You know? No, just because whenever you try to write for someone else, as in like for the audience, then sometimes it, to me, comes off as fake.
Yeah.
You know,
that
like
makes sense.
I hate when people just say stuff just to say it, because like their uncle used to say it and like they've heard it at dinner a bunch. And they're like, oh, happy wife, happy life, or what, like that shit. I'm like,
dude,
why are you just, don't just say something just
now.
to say it. Yeah. Or like, I don't know, man. We used to do this. What was it? It was almost like Kill Tony, where you would, you know what Kill Tony is? The podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Where you would like sign up, do stand up. And like Dan Seabury, he has that show, the Interruption Mic, right? Where like people come up and you tag jokes and stuff like that. And I love doing stuff like that. Like, one thing that I love about the Funny Bone show that we do, Kenny and I, that we have like the workshop before where people can like work on stuff, material, whatever. I'm all about like writing jokes, punching stuff up. I literally think about it every single second of every single day. And it's actually a problem, but it's fine. So I love doing shit like that. And then it's just tough to do something like that with someone that's like, oh, but my dad didn't love me. I'm like, well, did your dad not love you? Or are you just saying that because you think someone's going to think that's funny?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my dad's actually really nice. I'm like, then don't say that your dad didn't love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's write jokes about how nice your dad is.
Yeah. I would say...
Did you guys get any of that? I feel like that was long-winded.
No. That makes a lot of sense. That's someone said something like that to me. They said that they used to talk about their father and how they were an alcoholic and how like they used to talk about it negatively and stuff like that on stage. But then they said that after a while they changed it up to like where it was like celebrating it, and it made the joke way better.
Yeah.
Because it's like people are like, oh, this guy's just talking
Sad.
shit about his dad,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like, what's going on?
There are definitely different angles and takes you can take for something where I'm going to talk about this, but even as like simple as like walking on stage, smiling, that's a thing. Always walk on stage smiling. Now, if you're going to be like an open mic, I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody, big smile.
Hi.
But it is
I'm
like for
Henry
like a
Allen.
big show, like say the Funny Bone, it's sold out and it's like whoever's going to be there and you got to go
Yeah.
on before them. Like, it's good to be like happy and not be like mean, which
Yeah.
there was a time where I was mean as fuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not like in life, but like on stage.
Yeah.
Like that was like the whole thing because started.
Did you transition into that, or did you start that way?
No, definitely transitioned.
Oh, really?
I started like 250 pounds, real like baby face, like silly, like little chubby kid, like that. And then got a little like grew up in a way, you know what I'm saying? And then
Started hating people.
not hating people, but I used to like snap on like a crowd. Like if I said something and it like didn't get the reaction I thought it got, like deserved, or especially if I felt somebody was like trying to like challenge me as like like if someone was like, because dude, I would do stand up at these bars in Southern Ohio where it's like you and 14 people,
Yeah.
and then one dude drinking Busch Lights like, I'm funnier than you. So I was like almost ready for someone to say that, you know. So I was like kind of on edge as far as like,
Wow.
you know, being like, no, you shut up, or stuff like that, or just really being ready to put people down. But it wasn't not funny.
Interesting.
Like I would get laughs and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But it's just not the
There's
how I feel like I am
I would
now.
say that there is different like times for that, because I feel like sometimes the crowd wants more like bitey.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Where it's like they're being really rowdy and they want that what you're describing.
Dude,
Uh,
it's wild. Like
I've seen people try to do that and
get eaten alive.
not go well.
You gotta finish.
Yeah, we got like 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh
or
no,
something.
that's just a light for telling them it's almost been an hour.
How long do we usually do?
Hour and 15.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just cut it off now.
He likes
No.
to make sure they're at least an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes to an hour 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm an auctioneer, dude. I got these numbers
He's got
on
this
lock.
down.
But say it's always kind of, it's fun to talk about now that you've done it,
Yeah.
but it's very nerve-wracking in the moment. But like most of the stuff, like the most opportunities that I've had as far as like working with comedians and stuff has been at the Funny Bone in Columbus, right?
Yeah.
You know, started hosting there when I was like 25 or something. But I won, they had like a contest, funniest comedian in Columbus contest. Won that when I was 19.
Oh wow.
And then I got a weekend to like do a guest set for just a whole weekend, 5 shows or whatever, do 5-minute guest set on a real show. And it was with Billy Gardell. Do you know who Billy Gardell is?
No.
Do you know the show Mike and Molly?
Oh yeah.
He's Mike.
Oh shit.
So it was like really cool, you know? And he was actually the first person because they gave me $150 for the show in high school, but he was the first person after that to pay me. He gave me $100 like after the weekend.
Wow.
And he was like, I'm giving you this because a guy gave me $100. I never forgot it. And I want you to give $100 to somebody else. And I was like, nah. I'm just playing. I was like, oh, that's cool. And my mom was like, you should save it. I was like, no.
No, I spent it already. I already
Dude,
spent
we
it.
spent it so
On Beats.
fast. Yeah.
On AirPods.
Mhm. So, but the thing I was going to say that's pretty nerve-wracking in the moment is back onto like the rowdy crowd.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be like, say it's, for example, Bruce, right? I hosted for Bruce in Columbus. You know, comedy legend, sells out, whatever, 6 shows or something. And it's like going into the second show and all the lights are pretty much off before the show. Like you can kind of see around a little bit.
Yeah.
But whenever, like there's a moment when they like go completely black and people cheer and stuff like that. And I remember it was like people were like kind of loud and like talking at their tables and stuff because it's like we're just having chicken fingers and dinner or whatever. The show is, we're here to see Bruce, you know, but my job is to go first and like welcome these people and like be funny, right? And it's just like hearing 400 people in like a black room of like dark room, not like the people there, you know what I'm saying? It was Bruce, but I'm like a room with all the lights off, and then like the lights come on, and you have to go out there and like command the attention, like, you know, and hold their attention and be funny while doing it. Like it's kind of can psych you out a little bit, like before you would go on. Now it's almost more like this is exhilarating, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, like. It's really, really fun. I mean, you know.
How do you go about like corralling a riled up crowd like that?
It depends. Like if they're just all talking, I'll be like, "Why are you guys talking?"
Just straight up.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, you don't know this story. I probably told this story on podcast, but I did a show for a guy named Donnie Baker.
Okay.
You know who Donnie Baker is?
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever heard this story before?
No.
Dude, so I opened for Donnie Baker in Portsmouth, Ohio. And at this bar called Noggins, rest in peace. It got bought out by a museum, so whatever. And it's like this bar, bottom bar. They have an upstairs like room. And it was like built for stand-up comedy in like the 80s. Sick as fuck, dude. Like stage is like a foot off the ground. There's a little brick wall. It's a very like narrow room, low ceilings, glass wall that like overlooks this road. It was very cool. So they were like, hey, we want you to open up for this guy. His name's Steve Caminiti. He was like an old Cincinnati dude. You can do 45 minutes, whatever you want. So I do stuff with Austin. And they were like, we're going to have this other guy, Donnie Baker, come. We want you to open up for him. I'm like, sweet. But they're like, we're going to do it downstairs. And I was like, you don't want to do that. Upstairs is a sick-ass comedy club. You don't want to go downstairs. Like, there's pool tables and TVs, and the room is divided with, like, garage doors and shit. I'm like, that's not good for stand-up. The stage is in the corner. It's tall. It's, like, for a band. Upstairs is, like, a comedy club. Just do that. Like, we can sell more tickets downstairs. I'm like, whatever. So I have some like rules to do stand up. Like when people are like, come do stand up at our show, or we're going to have a party, come do stand up. Rules are, it's got to be the only thing going on. Like, because people are like, come do stand up at my cornhole tournament. I'm like, no, I'm not going to come to your fucking cornhole tournament and do stand up. So it's got to be the only thing going on. It needs to be like sound, seats. People need to be seated, like watching. There could be like standing room only, but it's like, I'm not going to just go and people are like talking to each other. Like if you want that, you want like someone to play the guitar or something like that, or play the piano in the background or some shit. You don't want me talking about fucking ancient apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? So I get to the show the day of early because they're like,
none of it's done.
No, they were like, they have tables and sound and lights and stuff. And I'm like, this looks fine. Leave. Come back right before the show. It's completely packed. Like they oversold the room. Basically sold as many tickets as they could. So they sold more tickets than there were seats. So people were just like packed in there standing. You couldn't even walk in one way. So I walk around. It's like so loud in there. I go upstairs where they're doing like a meet and greet with Donnie Baker. I like meet him. So the guy that's the host of the show that put it on, fingers in the air. He's not a comedian. He's like, let's go downstairs. We're going to start the show. I'm going to do 10 minutes, open it up. And he's not a comedian, but he's going to go open the show up with 10 minutes. Okay, cool. And he's like, one of my friends here, he's a veteran. I'm going to be like, point him out, get a round of applause for him, and then I'll bring you on. I was like, sweet. Even when this guy tanks for his 10 minutes, when he does the thing with his friend that's a veteran, at least people are going to applaud, and I'll have a little window to get in there to like get their attention. They're going to be quiet for a second because they just clapped for the veteran. I'm going to have a window to work with. All I need is a window. You know what I'm saying? So he's about to go out there, fucking so loud in the bar. We're like in the kitchen waiting to go through the doors. And I was like, hey, can we turn the TVs off at least? Because the TVs were on still. And he was like, it's a bar. We're not going to turn the TVs off. I'm like, dude, everybody paid like $40 a ticket to come see this show. No one's watching the fucking Jets right now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I hate that at the bars, dude.
Dude, so he goes on stage.
I hate that.
So loud. He's out there for about 40 seconds. And I hear him go, all my buddies here, he was in the military. That was it. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's like, here's
10 minutes.
Yeah, he did about
was
40 seconds. So he calls me out. I like walk on there. So loud. The room is divided in two. One side has like a speaker pointing at it. The other side really doesn't have a speaker. So it's like these people aren't even looking. They're just like talking amongst each other. And it's just like loud. I'm talking into the microphone. You can't even really hear me over the crowd of the people talking. And I have a microphone. So I basically like snap. And I just start calling people out. I'd be like, hey, you in the blue shirt talking right there, shut the fuck up. Hey, you dude with the flannel and the hat, shut the fuck up.
Did you win them?
Dude, kind of. So I do that for like a long time. And the right side of the room is like liking it. You know, they're like into it. And the people are in the front row. And I'm like, now you say shut the fuck up. And I'd like point the microphone. And they'd be like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, now you say shut the fuck up. And they're like, shut the fuck up. So now all these people are like, what the fuck's going on? This guy's going like postal, basically. I'm just like screaming at these people to shut the fuck up. So now everyone's like getting quiet and like turning around, like looking. And I realized my only job is to get all these people quiet and like focused on this for Donnie Baker, right?
Yeah.
So I basically scream at all these people, and then it was like getting kind of quiet. And what I closed on is I was like, all right, on the count of 3, this side of the room is going to say shut the fuck up. And that side of the room's gonna do it. And I was like, 1, 2, 3. And this whole side with the microphone side was like, shut the fuck up. And I just was like, all right, peace. And got off stage, and the guy was like, yeah, maybe I should have turned the TVs off. I'm like, no
Oh
shit.
My God,
No
dude. Fuck
shit.
that guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name, but it's Ernie.
I love that. Dave and Ernie, fucking people that you won't
Dave
say
is way better than Ernie, though.
Yeah.
Ernie is shady. He ended up not paying Donnie Baker too for like another show he did.
Oh shit.
He came back, and then Donnie Baker even went on like Facebook Live and was like, howdy y'all's Donnie Baker. You find Ernie, tell him I'm looking for him and shit like that. Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say, man, the type of crowd that guy brings in, I could only imagine how rowdy.
But I actually got to open up for him in Columbus. We did a 2-man show, right? Which the standard comedy show is 3 people, a host, a feature, and then a headliner.
Yep.
A 2-person show is just a host, feature, same person, and they open up. So as a host, you do 10 minutes. A feature, you do like 25, and then headliner, you do whatever, an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. 2-man show or 2-person show, you like one person just does like 30 minutes, right? So and then the headliner does whatever they want. So he came to Columbus. They were like, you want to do a 2-person show with him? I was like, sure. And brought up to him, I was like, this isn't the first time that I've like worked with you. And I told him that, and he like remembered that show and was like, that was awful. And he was also like, fuck that guy Ernie.
Dude, fuck Ernie, dude.
Yeah, right.
Dude, Henry Allen, where can we find all of your stuff, dude? Where can we find you?
Social media is the Henry Allen.
The Henry Allen.
Yep,
On
like
all social
the
media?
Ohio State University. You know what I'm saying? Like THE, the
Henry.
HENRY,
Yeah.
Allen, ALLE.
E.
And some people say Y, but I'm like, I'm not a child. No one says why, but anyway. Yeah, the Henry Allen on everything. I do have the Henry Allen show, but it's very long-winded and just like me being like, let's make a song like a caveman would. But the best part about the Henry Allen show, I'll be honest, available on Spotify, is my friend Austin's ability to just create any type of music instantly we're just on a fucking we could be like, hey man, we want to make a song about your dog Princess, but we want it to sound like Eddie Vedder, and instantly he'll be able to play music that would sound like that. Yes.
Oh wow. That's insane.
We have
He uses like a computer system.
no, it's all instruments. So he has a bass drum in front of him. He has like a cymbal that he can open and close with his foot. He'll play like the guitar. He has other drums that he can play. He actually does this thing by himself because he'll like play weddings and bar shows and stuff, just playing music, where he does like a one-man band, right? He's like playing the drums, keeping that, playing the guitar, and then singing along.
Hell yeah.
So that's the best part of the show. Just like, if you don't like me, then you're not listening anymore. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they would have been like, what? This guy, he's talking about his dog way too much. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you do listen to it, Austin's the best part.
All right. Did the camera die, Ridge?
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Main camera's dead.
All right.
Which
well,
one's that?
I was
the
on
main
the
one?
relay
Anyway, there it is.
Thanks for
Henry,
having me, dude.
thanks for coming on, man.
Of
I
course.
appreciate you. We'll get all the links out to your shit. We'll try to get everybody out to you. And yeah, thanks
Get
for
them
coming
all
on.
out to me, dude.
Get them all out to Henry Allen. Come out to the Funny Bone open mic. Buy tickets.
Yep.
Support Allen. Support the local comics. and
I don't do
anybody-
stand up there on the show,
Yeah,
but I've thought about it
Sometimes,
before.
never.
I did it once. Like, I closed out the show, you know, because we have like a host and people go through, and then like a closer is like 10 minutes. I did that once. Kenny and I talk about like dual hosting it, maybe,
Mhm.
where like we have two mics and we like kind of riff with the audience and like start it out, which would be fun. But as of now, I want to merge the gap between Columbus open mic comedians and the Columbus Funny Bone. You know what I'm saying? Because for the longest time, whenever I was like coming up, it was like the Funny Bone was like a bad place. Not to me, they've always
Yeah.
been great, but like comedians were like, no, you don't want to go there and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it's like really, it's a great place. Like, you want to go there. And so that's what Kenny and I want to do, is like make it not a bad place anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks a lot. We'll make sure that people buy tickets. We'll put a link out to that too. Fuck
Dude,
it.
before we go, do you want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.